But in certain cases, Your Excellency, and perhaps what we're even more concerned about, is the trafficking of Kenyans who are IT professionals who expect to find opportunities in technology, usually within Thailand or countries in that neighborhood, only to find that they have been trafficked and are required to engage in cyber scamming. We have spoken, and I want to take the opportunity to urge Kenyans to know that security begins with you. If you are going to take up the many, many, many opportunities that exist in the global labor market, you must be careful. You must work with a registered and licensed recruitment agent. I believe the panel before us spoke about that at length, and you will find that information within the National Employment Authority. But let me say this. We are always ready at the State Department for Diaspora Affairs to verify these opportunities for you. And if you contact us, we are well able and are ready to tell you whether that job actually exists. Amani Stories Ajaba. Your Excellency, over the last 2 years, and particularly as we have worked out the global labor market strategy, we have set ourselves out within the Diaspora Department to work within the framework that you see here. We work first to protect Kenyans, and that is within the global labor market or whoever is in the diaspora. We work to engage the diasporians, we empower them, and we prosper. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now in place a diaspora placement agency whose entire mandate is to secure the placement of Kenyans in the diaspora. The job of the Diaspora Placement Agency is on the empowerment section, which is really to connect Kenyans with job opportunities abroad and offer information on placements. Over the last few years, as I conclude, Your Excellency, over the last 2 years, as I conclude, Your Excellency, we've been able to set up certain flagship projects, such as the Mkulima Maju project, Your Excellency, that has now seen about 2,000 Kenyans working within the agricultural sector within the United Kingdom, and we will continue to see that project growing. When we speak about, we've also seen the Mwalimu Maju program, Excellency, where we've seen teachers move and take part in the global labor market by sharing their skill, particularly within the US and so on. We cannot speak about labor mobility without addressing the concern of brain drain. Very often, when we speak about kazi kwa diaspora, makazi maju, the question is, why do all the people keep moving, or why must Kenyans move? The answer is very simple. Labor mobility is a long game. Kenyans who move away and work abroad then are able to hone their skills, to pick up new skills, technologies, and knowledges and bring them back home. And Your Excellency, we see this all the time. We see healthcare workers returning to set up healthcare institutions. We see hospitality workers returning and setting up fantastic businesses. Your Excellency, one of the most iconic works that have been done by diasporas around the world is the healthcare system of India. Many might not know that the healthcare system of India has been built on the skill, the knowledge, the technology, and the investment of their very large diaspora. So it is imperative for us to understand that Kazi Maju is not a one-direction movement. It is not a one-way traffic. While people might move, and might move for some time, and take their talent elsewhere, we can expect to reap huge benefits in terms of skills transfer, technology transfer, in terms of networks being plugged in, and a deep, deep investment in specific sectors of our economy, which eventually grow into kazi kwa mtandao, kazi kwa ground, and on and on and on the cycle continues. Asanteni sana. I think one of the things we have said here is that the future is yours to create. The future is yours to create. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I want us to be upstanding as we welcome our Prime Cabinet Secretary and Minister for Foreign and Diaspora Affairs, who will officially open this this fair. Asanteni sana. Kwa makofi kwa Waziri Mkuu.
Thanks, Madam Pierce. Please be seated. I'll make just some brief remarks because I'm conscious of the fact that you've been here for quite some time. So let me start with Madam Rose Njogu, the PS Diaspora Affairs, Ambassador Isaiah Kaberia, my good friend Dennis Itumbi, who is the chair of the thematic committee and head of the creative economy and special projects in the office of the president, stakeholders, partners, ladies and gentlemen. Let me make just some short formal remarks and then one or two issues before we close the day. First, I am delighted to be here today to inaugurate the Jamhuri National Job Fair, which runs from today to 11th December 2024 at Kenyatta International Conference Center. This is a milestone that reflects our nation's unwavering commitment to creating opportunities for all Kenyans. As you are aware, Jamhuri Day, which is celebrated annually on the 12th of December, holds a special place in the hearts of our people as a symbol of independence and progress. This year's theme, jobs, labor, migration, entrepreneurship, and entertainment, resonates deeply with the aspirations of our nation. It underscores our resolve to harness the immense potential within our borders and beyond, unlocking avenues for growth through labor mobility, entrepreneurship, and the creative economy. The job fair, therefore, serves as a pivotal step in addressing unemployment, particularly among our youth. It is more than an event. It is a platform where job seekers can connect with employers, showcases government initiatives on job placement, and facilitates access to both local and global employment opportunities. Central to this initiative is our dedication to empowering the youth through entrepreneurship with a distinct focus on the creative economy. This year's emphasis on entertainment highlights its vital role in job creation and economic growth. Industries such as film, music, theater, and digital content creation are not just avenues of expression, but engines of opportunity for our youthful population. The government is steadfast in its commitment to fostering an environment where creativity thrives, innovation flourishes, and entrepreneurship takes root. It is prioritizing safe, regular, and orderly labor migration as a cornerstone of our strategy to unlock international opportunities to improve the livelihoods and secure a prosperous future for all Kenyans. Labor mobility is a powerful catalyst for individual empowerment and economic growth. We are resolute in ensuring that Kenyans access dignified and ethical job opportunities abroad, contributing meaningfully to national and global development. A key spotlight of this forum is the boundless potential of the digital economy, one of the fastest growing sectors globally. Leveraging technology, Kenyans can access digital jobs across diverse sectors such as IT, education, and marketing. The government reaffirms its commitment to equip our youth with the necessary digital skills and create an ecosystem that enables them to excel in this dynamic space. As we celebrate Jamhuri Day, let us recognize that this job fair is a gateway to transformative opportunities. It epitomizes the Kenya Kwanza government's pledge to reduce unemployment, empower our youth, and accelerate economic growth through inclusive and forward-looking policies. Beyond job placement, it features interactive sessions and exhibitions where participants can access valuable information on employment, skills development, and labor migration. A critical component of this event is addressing the skills gap in our labor market. Collaboration between ministries, universities, technical and vocational training institutions, and other stakeholders is imperative to align educational outcomes with market demands. Various educational institutions, some of whom may be here today, exemplify the partnerships needed to achieve this vision. We also underscore the importance of inclusivity by addressing barriers faced by vulnerable groups, including youth, women, persons with disabilities, and marginalized communities. It is our collective responsibility to ensure no one is left behind. Let us commend all the ministries, departments, and agencies led by the State Department of Diaspora Affairs and the State Department for Labor and Skills Development for organizing this event. This is a true spirit of the whole of government approach. I encourage Cabinet Secretaries to ensure their portfolios contribute meaningfully to this endeavor, fostering partnerships with the private sector in key growth areas such as technology, entertainment, and the green economy. We have a great opportunity to showcase the industries driving Kenya's transformation. Let me conclude by underlining the government's commitment to empowering Kenyans through job creation, labor mobility, entrepreneurship, and the creative economy. It symbolizes our resolve to leverage technology and inclusivity to create a future where every citizen has the tools to succeed and contribute to our nation's prosperity. Together, we can make this initiative a resounding success that contributes to Kenya's socio-economic transformation and shared prosperity for all Kenyans. So, it is now my pleasure and honor to declare this Jamhuri Job Fair officially opened. God bless our great nation of Kenya, and as you have heard, the events will run and the climax will be the President having an open forum with citizens in this very place. So I thank you, asanteni sana. But let me just add maybe 2 points. It may sound light, but it's serious. We all know the Kiswahili word, phrase, kuuliza si ujinga. Just as simple as that. Kuuliza si ujinga. Madam has talked here about the safety and the reliability of the people you engage with. Ladies and gentlemen, your lives matter. They matter so much to the country and more particularly to your families. So, there are risks everywhere, but the starting point is make sure your first port of call is a reliable placement agency. Tafadhali. Don't be excited too much, just be very focused. Kuuliza si ujinga. If you see that person ana kizungu kingi, then make sure you do some due diligence. After all, even you as young people, you always ask us as government, has the government done its due diligence when engaging in projects or programs? The way you ask us to do due diligence at the national level, you as an individual, before you board a plane, make sure you do your due diligence. It's important. The other thing that I think I should just put across to you is to quote our third president, Mzee Mwai Kibaki. When he took over, one of the things he used, a phrase that he used was, obey the law. I remember that was a very big headline. He said, obey the law. It is a very potent and powerful statement. So for those who are going to go out of the country to take up various assignments, particularly the young people, kwa sababu here we had what? Kwa ground, alafu mtandaoni and majuu. Please remember, the moment you have boarded that plane and you have left the Kenyan airspace and you land in whatever country, please now remember the law that applies is the law of that country. Kwa hivyo kama umezoea kukata kona kwa mipango yako hapa Kenya, tafadhali kumbuka ukifika kule, the moment you touch ground, the law in play ni sheria ya kule. Hamjuani na watu kule. So the only way to be proper is to obey the law. So please, as you seek these jobs and you move to the next destination, obey the law and be conscious of the law of the country that you go into. The other thing that I just want to add is that discipline is so important. We may have talked of some jobs outside, but we must also remember, and here I talk to you as somebody wa nyumbani kabisa. It is important that you project the right image for the country. Kenyans are broadly very well respected at all levels when they go out for jobs. And even here, you are good workers. But what attracts investment in a country? So that we can have more jobs. Because we know the majority of the jobs must be here in Kenya. The ones we get outside opportunities are fewer than those that must be generated here. So we must always ask ourselves, as a nation and as young people, what does it take to attract investment in this country? To safeguard the investment you have and to attract more investment so that we can have more jobs and more opportunities for our people. The most important thing is discipline. When people see that this is a disciplined nation that respects the rule of law, they are likely to say that that is where I'm going to have my manufacturing plant. That is where I'm going to have my ICT investment. That is where I'm going to do my farming. These are all very, very essential. It looks simple, but it is important. Kenya has done generally well because we have been quite stable, but we should not take it for granted. So let us make sure that we can always make sure that Kenya puts the whole aspect of a disciplined nation and a stable nation at the front for us to get investment here and create those jobs that we want. It's very, very important. And now let me tell you a story. My first job, when I finished high school, I worked for the then Mitihani House, which is now the current Kenya National Examination Council. And the job then was to sort out examination papers. Mambo ya technology haikuwa imeingia sana. So we would sort out exams, they were being printed outside. So we would go all the way to Jomo Kenyatta Airport, exams zinakuja usiku, na ile cargo plane ya saa 11 ama saa 9 ya usiku. We then go and offload those cartons with exams. And let me tell you, when the end of month came, I used to earn a cool 950 shillings. My first salary was 950 Kenya shillings per month. Let me tell you, I was a big man. Wacha sasa. Because you had earned 950 shillings. Umefanya kazi siku nzima. Of course, inflation levels were different. But the fact that you had something in the pocket, and you know the story goes, mwanaume ni nini? Mwanaume ni wallet. Sio nini? Sio mdomo. Mwanaume ni wallet, sio mdomo. So we would walk away with 950 Kenya shillings kwa mfuko. And from there you grow systematically. And then you reach where we are. Kwa hivyo, I want to tell the young people, the truth of the matter is that ukitaka kupanda mti, unaanzia chini. Hauanzii juu. So let us not be fooled that perhaps the people we see there, we imagine that that is where they started. They never started there. The majority of them, I can tell you, the majority started at the base and systematically grew. And they became what they have become. You have that potential as young people. You can grow, take pride, be patient, but be persistent. And you shall succeed. Asanteni sana for this job week. Asante sana.
Asante sana. Tumpongeze Waziri Mkuu vizuri na makofi. With your permission, our chief guest, we're going to have a photo session guided by Ambassador, but we're going to do it outside the Sava Ballroom. We do one here and then we do another one outside. Karibu, Ambassador.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. You can be seated for a few minutes. Your Excellency, thank you for reminding us about your very humble past, earning 950 shillings. For some of us, when end of month, when you earn your money, we used to be all DCs. Everybody was called a DC because you've been paid money. But thank you so much for also reminding us that it takes 20 years to create an overnight success. Sometimes we see people very successful, and it's good when we are reminded about such humble beginnings. It's an inspiration to all of us. So thank you so much for your lovely speech and for the inspiration that you have given to our young people, not just those here, but those who are watching live from various parts of the world. Asante sana. I would like to ask you, Your Excellency, if you could just come over for one photo with any committee members, people who've been meeting at Shimba Hills, Dennis and your team. The other photo we'll have outside, but for now, Your Excellency, PS, Chairman, all those who are in the committee members of the Matics, please. Then the last picture, His Excellency will be the first to leave, then we shall all be on the stairs. Committee members who've been, thank you.
Asante Balozi. So immediately we're going to take another picture just outside at the stairs. Also remember that tomorrow we'll be here having the same conversations, so you are all invited. The picture that is being taken outside is for PSS, ambassadors, PCS, and the committee. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I think tunaweza kujipigia makofi. This marks the end of this program. Tujipigieni makofi tukiwapigia our chief guests makofi tafadhali, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Asante. Hiyo ni picha ya gazeti kesho. Now we can take another picture outside, with your permission, at the stairs. Sorry, I'm being guided that we have to play the national anthem before we exit, kindly. DJ, national anthem.
Mungu nguvu yetu,
Asanteni sana.